Hello, and welcome to another update video on XRP. I'm going to skip the daily chart today. That hasn't changed. It's just a quick update I want to give you here on the smaller time frame. We can continue to track the same microstructure. Basically, I'm talking here about the yellow scenario. The market overall seems very boring, draining at the moment. That's what it feels like often in these corrections. Specifically, I mean, there is still a chance, right, that the current correction I am tracking here is actually a wave 4. So in such a wave 4 correction, what we are often tracking are, potential triangle patterns, overlapping waves and structures. And you can see here on the chart that the market continues to be in a sideways pattern. I've got some trend lines here, structural support levels, structural resistance. This is the range. Yeah, and there is no evidence whatsoever that this correction is complete. Now, any rally to the upside, which looks impulsive, could potentially be followed by a corrective pullback that acts as a setup for higher prices. I'm not convinced we've bottomed here at all. It does kind of look unfinished. This here could have been an attempt to break out to the upside, but it failed after 3 waves. You see that when we zoom in, you see how important it is to watch 4 or 5 waves. This here ended as a 3-wave move. As I often say, 3 waves are corrective moves. So we remain, and that doesn't indicate that this pullback was actually over. With a 3-wave move up and the failure to break above these previous swing highs, XRP just hasn't made it. And the bulls just weren't strong enough. Those are all signals that we remain caught in a correction for now. So I cannot rule out further downside or further stretched out sideways consolidation, unfortunately. So we have to remain patient, but we can still track here the potential for higher prices. Just need some kind of a micro impulse to the upside that would indicate that we're actually starting to move higher. With micro impulse, I'm talking about a micro 5-wave move up on the smaller time frame. From here on from the Monday low, that could have meant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would have been good, would have been our first indication, hey, we've actually bottomed. But the market hasn't done any of that. This here was a 3-wave move up. This here, to be fair, was just a pump without any structure. And so we remain caught here in a structure while holding micro support levels here, previous swing lows, and below micro resistance. Market just moves sideways and it's getting a little bit boring. Okay. Therefore, we also said that, hey, maybe this is actually some kind of an Elliott wave triangle pattern. I just haven't labeled it. Can definitely be the case. XRP loves to form triangles. It can typically make sense not to track triangles too early because they often shift, change. But this might indeed be an A wave, a B wave, a C wave. Maybe we're forming here a D wave and an E wave. And then we could break out to the upside from there. In that case, this wave 4 here, this wave 4 could still be unfolding, right? We don't know that at this point, but what we have to understand is until we actually get an upside breakout, there is no sign of a low. And early indication that a low of sorts has formed would be a break above the last micro resistance levels here, $3.10 and then $3.15. They are basically the next upside levels to watch that needs to be broken to indicate that a low of sorts has at least formed. For now, you see we remain caught below the last swing highs. So we remain caught in a correction here and just have to be patient. Now, in terms of micro support levels, we've got $2.72 and then $2.66 as next structural support levels. But without a break of any of them, micro price action here is literally just noise, really just radio noise. And yeah, I mean, what would happen if we lose support? Important to highlight that as well. $2.46 to $2.20 would then be the next levels to watch. Structure would change a bit to the upside. Basically, that would be desirable to get a breakout to the upside above these levels here at $3.10, $3.15. And as I said before, while a break above these levels might be meaningful in the very short term, really we need a break above $3.40, those significant swing highs here from the 8th of August. That is needed next. Yeah. That's the update on XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to Follow us on X for additional updates, chart updates, much more news, all sorts of things. Feel free to follow us here. Link is in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.